Hey guys, Seán here and welcome to this very short episode of the Any Given Runday Podcast. So the last couple of weeks on a Thursday we've been releasing new episodes of the podcast with Eric, the Lawless Files I've called him, where he's gotten different friends, stuff online to talk about their running journeys. We had Austin last week talking about the Wicklow Way, doing a 12-hour quest thing, which just sounds insane to me, but just 50 just ultra marathons, different things like that. The week before we had Tom on, he was talking about his journey doing endurance races, and two of them doing different triathlons. And the week before that we had Owen Murphy doing talking about Marathon the Estate. I know he's got someone lined up as well in the very near future. That will probably be Monday's podcast for the next episode of the Lawless Files and Any Given Runday. But the reason for this very short episode of the podcast is because on Tuesday it was officially announced that the Dublin Marathon is not going ahead this year. Now, we had a feeling it wasn't going ahead, but it's still like a punch to the stomach hearing it officially that's cancelled, which pretty much means at the start of this year, when we first set up the Any Given Runday podcast, we had, well, I know myself, I was signed up to two marathons, the one in Madrid and the one in Dublin, and I had every intention of twisting Aaron's arm to make sure he was going to be signed up for Dublin as well. Connor was already signed for Dublin, and Eric would have found a way into the Dublin one as well. But those two marathons are gone, and now we're into near the end of May, and we're like, well, this originally was supposed to be a podcast about documenting this journey. Going through marathons are four different types of personalities and backgrounds. Obviously, me from a strength and conditioning background, Connor GAA. You guys know the story already in that one. So that's not going ahead now. How do we motivate ourselves? And then we're thinking, how is everyone else going to be motivated? So when the Madrid Marathon got cancelled, we set up the Any Given Runday Running Club. Just keep going. We set up 5k interval Monday, 5k Monday, interval Wednesday, and long run weekend. And the idea, there was no long term goal behind it. It was just this COVID-19 thing. It's gonna last the next 6, 8, 12 weeks, we thought at the time, and after that races would go ahead. I don't even think back then, we definitely didn't think for a second the Dublin Marathon would be cancelled, because I think some races that were cancelled at the time were being rebooked for September, October anyway. So it never even came into our head that this thing could go on throughout the entire 2020. But obviously it has now. So what we've decided to do with the Any Given Runday Running Club is just set goals through this. Set 6 week blocks, 5 6 week blocks, and let's see how we get on. So what we've done is, in the description you'll find an ebook which will set up a different guidelines for getting your best 5k personal best over the next 5-6 weeks. So the first thing you need to do is add yourself into our Any Given Run Day Facebook group. Through there you'll get the ebook, or it'll also be attached to this podcast description as well. And then in the ebook, just going to go through it really quickly for you guys. So it's basically, the idea behind it is we want different plans for all different levels of fitness. So if you're listening to this going, I'd love to run my first 5k, well, you're in luck. There's something in there for you. If you're going to run a sub 25k 5k, there's something there for you as well. If you're going for anything, there's a sub 20 sample plan in there, but anything lower than that, you probably know yourself what you're doing, because you got down to a sub 25k. So we have splits on intervals going from a 30-minute 5k at different intervals, from 400 meters, 800 meters, and a 1k interval, right down to a sub 18. So there's something there for you guys. And then a lot of it is just a lot of the ebook, and it's only a short 7-page ebook. It's just getting to the point, getting you motivated, giving yourself a kickstart. So some of it is just talking about threshold running, easy runs, marathon runs, what exactly they are, put in simple layman's terms, and then how we're applying them to the program. And then as well as that, we also have a quick strength training program. A lot of us are still training from home. As of recording this, it looks like gyms won't be open to August 10th, so there was no point in putting in a weights program there if a lot of us don't have weights at home. So we've got 2 different body weight sample workout programs for you to do, and different ways of doing those workouts as well. Full body workouts is going to help you with your running, help you with your strength, your core work, and overall just helping you become a better runner. So check out the ebook, guys. It's in the description. Add yourself into the Facebook Run Club, and as well as that, try and get as many of your friends involved as we can. We're going to start it this Monday, May 25th. I'll double check that. So much for editing, Seán. I know I only wrote that. Yes, it is Sunday. It is Monday, May 25th. We're going to start off with a 5k Monday, building towards a 5k challenge, our personal 5k best, and it's in the ebook why we're still doing a 5k Monday, even though the overall goal is to do your best 5k, how the 5k Mondays could be different to an overall 5k, and spoiler alert, it's do a threshold runs, it's do a hill work in those 5k as well. And then interval Wednesday will still be a thing, long one weekend, while we do those different types of runs. Building up towards the end of June, we're going to have an event for getting your best 5k done. Hopefully we will be all primed and ready to perform at our absolute best, set a new PB for a 5k, and hopefully from there move on to bigger challenges like a 10k as we go on throughout the summer. We'll see how far we can take it throughout 2020. The main idea behind it, they're sample running plans, so just to give you guys an idea, if you have a plan yourself, or you're using the Garmin coach or heart rate training and you find something's better for you, by all means follow that, but use the group then just for a motivation, just for accountability, for letting us know how you're getting on, because we found that people in the running group that are letting them know how they're getting on, the most vocal people in the running group are those that are most consistent, because they feel like, well, to me it feels like they're writing their story, they're writing their progress at each session. If they don't write that, it's like they're missing out on the workout. They're letting themselves down and letting other people down, and they're in that routine now. When you see it in the running group, you'll see that the same faces and stuff typing that long description of how they got on in their runs. And you don't have to do that. You can literally just type up run done and just screenshot it. That's great too. That's accountability. But I find if you give a bit more detail on it, you're just more involved in the process. And there's been times where I haven't wanted to run, and I've seen though people put it up, and I'm like, right, I need to do this now. Like, just to quickly segue before the end of this, one of our great successes, and I'm completely biased in this, one of our great successes in this one is my own dad for doing the 5k challenges. He set a PB on Monday of 28 minutes 31 seconds doing a 5k, which for his age and what he's doing is pretty freaking cool. But on top of that, the man didn't run 2 months ago. Didn't run at all. So much so that he rang me the first time after doing a 5k, and it took him 74 minutes to do it, because he was just trying to get through the motion. The second time he did it, he did it in 42 minutes the second time he did it. I was like, how do you knock that much time? That's unbelievable. And I think I've told the story in the podcast already, how he got down to the 30 minute mark, and now he's at 28:31. So we're seeing people like that get 5k PBs, putting up personal best through the running club, and there's only so much we could talk about on the podcast without just waffling on, kind of like what I'm doing right now. But because there's no races in the future, there's not a whole lot to aim towards, and it's very hard to keep running, get out there and run if you've got nothing to aim towards. And the idea behind this group is to help just have a goal in mind, and that goal for the next 5 weeks is going to be getting a 5k PB. After that, we'll move on to 10k and get bigger goals from there. And then right before I wrap up the podcast, we will have Eric on Monday. I'm not going to tell you about who he has online. We do have someone. That sounds like we don't have anyone in mind. We do have someone lined up. Well, Eric has someone lined up on Monday. It's going to be a hell of a podcast. It's definitely going to be, I'm really, really looking forward to it. And then we'll keep with the podcasts probably every Monday from then on. We're going to try and get other people involved in it, so you're not just hearing the four of us shy talk about nothing, because you've heard our stories now. It's basically just us going towards now this 5k PB, and we've talked about that. Connor and Aaron have talked about that anyway, so I don't think you need to hear too much more. The four of us will be on little bits here and there throughout the next couple of weeks. We're definitely not going away, but we're going to try and bring other people in as well, so you hear their stories that might connect and resonate with you a little bit more and help keep pushing you on. So that's pretty much it. Very short podcast by myself in this one, feeling so lonely, as Sting and the Police would say, but just wanted to get something out there for you guys, give you guys a couple of days notice to get onto that Any Given Runday Run Club. Get onto it. No, there's no signing up on it. It's just literally join the Facebook group. If you don't have Facebook and you can't stand Facebook, send us a DM on Instagram. All the details are in the description on how to get contact with us on Facebook and Instagram. So send us a DM. We'll forward you on the sample running plans, the Any Given Runday 5k challenge ebook from there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to stop talking now and make sure everything's all set up for getting ready to go for Monday. Cannot wait, looking forward to it. Setting goals for 2020 despite there being no races. Take care.